Today on the Heard Record Show, we're going to be talking about a mixtape that, for all intents and purposes, should have come with a mason jar and an apron. Of course, I'm talking about The Wrath of Caine by Pusha T. Now, the title of this album was originally inspired by a song by Big Daddy Caine. However, the content itself, much more influenced by cocaine. I hope you check the episode out, enjoy it, and make sure you stay tuned. You fucking heard.
When you hear something, make sure you hear it right.
Records.
You heard the word, niggas know the style now. You heard
Records.
you heard
I know you heard of that.
who you know do it better. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard.
You heard me polish it.
You heard.
All right. So welcome to the Heard Record Show. My name is Cello. I am joined by my partner in crime here, Prezi. How you doing tonight?
E-R-Z.
PRZ.
Fucking president.
There you go.
Doing good. For those of you who may not know, and depending when this show actually makes it to air, when you look at this face and you look at this body, you probably think, that's a healthy guy right there. But I'll have you know, less than 2 weeks ago, I broke 4 ribs, 2 shoulders, 15 stitches in my head, broke my knee, my foot, and probably more stuff that I just was in too much pain to even notice that was broken. And yet here I am 2 weeks later, sharp as a fucking tack. And
Yeah, it's
for
wild
what it's
that
worth,
fucking healed so fast.
That is what a champion does. So in case you were wondering
Heals
whether you
fast.
want to listen to this show or not, I would assume that probably just swayed your decision into yes, as who wants to hear a show by a couple of jabronis who catch a cold and can't fucking make it? I damn near broke my entire body and I'm here. Dom,
Yeah, it's wild,
and just for
though,
the record,
because-
Dom has been dead for 7 years and he's still here.
Yeah, I'm back to
So
life.
no, he's still dead actually, but plays it off like he's not. And so
Yeah.
now you know why you're listening to the Heard Record Show.
Yeah, it's wild, bro. That was 2 weeks ago, huh? You sent me a picture with your fucking eye gashed open, and that shit healed up pretty damn quick.
I took a fucking glass shelf right into the eye. It was an absolutely terrifying couple of hours. The way it went down, has to do with. I mean, well, I'll save the whole thing for another time. But I've been in a car accident a couple of years ago, and I'm still in physical therapy for it. Some of the nerve damage, like when you gain function in your fucking nerves, it'll like spasm, and those spasms, depending on what you're doing, will just fucking throw you face first on the floor. There's just fucking nothing you can do about it. And yeah, I gave myself a nasty concussion on the tile floor and shit. It was just, I'm very fortunate that I'm borderline retarded to begin with, so that it's very negligible difference, afterwards.
Well, glad you're healing quick. I'm pretty surprised that cut on your face healed that fast, because that shit was wicked.
I will give credit to one other thing. I'm not going to name her name because, again, by the time this show comes out, who knows if she'll even be speaking to me. But I was fortunate. I had a incredible fucking
You had AIDS?
I think everyone should have AIDS. I had a wonderful friend / romantic partner who literally dropped everything, and the entire first fucking week was like, what do you need? What can I do? What can I get for you? And I don't know that it helped me heal any, but my ego felt better, and it therefore made me feel like I should get up,
Yeah, yeah. That's all good, though. You know how that energy shit works.
Listen, man,
Well,
I am far from a chauvinist. I think women are smarter, but I will say it's a shame that men have convinced them they're annoying for being womanly, because that is the most powerful fucking thing they have, is that ability to fucking heal you. I can't heal shit.
Well, bro, you'll
All I
see
do
it
is
take-
poke
it'll
at
take
someone
the-
when they're sick. You all right? You all right? That's like all I can do.
Yeah. Well, think about it. The biggest, the toughest killer, fucking all of the above, fucking the right chick could could have the power in a sense.
Facts.
You know what I mean? The women have incredible amount of power.
Facts.
They don't. I mean, some of them realize it, but a lot of them don't.
Well, a lot of them use it for the wrong things, you know. They use it to get beat up by Joey on Friday night after fucking happy hour,
And handbags,
you know, because he loves me and he's a police officer.
Well, and speaking of things that a
Sorry, I'm
lot
on
of
my
girls
shit
that I've
today.
known, and speaking of things that a lot of girls that I used to know had done in the past, this brings us to tonight's focus.
Yeah.
Pusha T, The Wrath of Caine.
Now, when you say a lot of girls have done, you know a lot of girls that fucked Pusha T or that
No, had the Wrath of Caine.
That's what I thought.
Have had the Wrath
Yes,
of Caine.
yes.
Yes.
They've also had they've also had, many of them have had the shaft of Caine,
They probably have.
which is
probably
admittedly
have.
shriveled, but
Yeah, right. But phenomenal mixtape. Came out in I think it was announced in 2012. It came out in 2013, the beginning of 2013. Now, Pusha T has always been an artist that I absolutely loved, right? He's got that, that real strong connection to the street. His lyrics are fucking just concise, potent, I guess you can say. They really fucking hit you. He doesn't need to overcomplicate things or jumble them up with a ton of words. A lot of the times he's just dropping the right fucking word. Very, very sparse, but it's fucking, like I said, potent as fuck. Now, I've always been into Pusha T in the last couple years, but hadn't really been around while he was becoming an artist and coming up. Obviously, when he was in Clipse, some of those original tracks that it came out.
well, I'm about to tell that one story, right?
Yeah, all right, we can get
Don't
into
tell
that.
that one story.
Yeah, well, but when those came out, I mean, those were fire. I didn't realize in the very beginning that he was doing that with his brother, which was actually pretty interesting to learn. And then, the more I read up on it, they when you take a good look at them, I mean, it's super clear they're brothers. But now, during the time of this mixtape, right? So this mixtape, I believe, is pinnacle with Pusha T becoming Pusha T, right? What did it look like before this that kind of led the stage for him creating this piece? Or you have the background on that?
When Pusha, all right, so the Clipse had put out Lord Willing, they had put out Hell Hath No Fury, and they had put out Till the Casket Drops.
Okay.
Now, the thing is, there's a couple things about those albums. One, Malice, the brother, was actually looked at as slightly better of an MC because Malice had a very strong connection to, like, God.
Mm-hmm.
So the juxtaposition of selling cocaine and talking about God was very striking to listeners. Whereas Pusha was phenomenal, but it was straight, slick talk about coke. Pusha T, you have to understand, they grew up in Virginia, but they're from the Bronx.
Yeah.
So they're New York rappers. They might live in Virginia, but you listen to them rap, that's two New York fucking rappers right there.
Yeah.
They're not doing swag raps. They're fucking spitting. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so when they broke up, and the thing was, Malice was retiring to write children's books about religion.
Yeah, he was going towards the whole spirituality.
And
God
Pusha was
side.
going to be the solo. Everyone was like, could they do it the other way? Could Malice be the solo and Pusha could write a book maybe?
Oh, so that was the energy coming out around that?
That was kind of the vibe that people were giving at first. And I don't know how many people remember that, but for someone who was very much was outside, I remember it was like, really?
And he's the older brother too, right? So like when they're together, there's probably some unspoken, the older brother usually is a little bit more alpha,
There's that.
There's
that. There's also, when someone has a vision beyond what you're doing, not quitting what you're doing. Because Malice wasn't quitting, saying I don't like this. He felt the vision I have is bigger. You're either gonna step up or you're gonna shut up.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's not going, I can't keep up with you, that you feel confident. He's going like, I'm over it. And that's your lifeblood. And so how do you And now, again, if we're going to keep it a buck, as great as those first 3 Clipse albums were, there was a lot of problems with them. And these are the problems. One, the record labels, the thing that got Push and Malice signed as the Clipse was that being from Virginia, they had this relationship with Pharrell. Pharrell was the hottest producer in the universe in 2002. Missy, fucking anyone, Nori, anyone who had a song. If you had an album out, Pharrell had your single. Or else your single wasn't doing dick.
Yeah,
to be honest.
It brings me up to wonder how they even got tagged up with him so quick, you know?
Well, because they were the best 2 rappers in Virginia.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's that simple. It's that fucking simple. Now, this is what I always say to you, is that, do you think they were the youngest 2 guys there? No. They weren't even from fucking Virginia. But put them in a room with anybody. They were the best 2 rappers, hands down.
Yeah.
And if you're a fucking producer looking to discover artists, what are you going to go? No, he's got to be 17.
Well, how old were they in their 20s?
If not late 20s, early 30s, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Definitely late 20s.
Yeah.
Definitely late 20s. Keep in mind, that's when they broke out. They had actually done some stuff with Khalees, because Khalees was signed to Pharrell before any of them. She had an album called Kaleidoscope in 1999, before anyone fucking even knew who Pharrell was.
Okay.
But anyway, fast forward. Because of the Pharrell cosign, they were able to get major label deals, no problem. But because these major labels are typically owned by old white men who have no fucking clue what they're talking about, they go, oh, it's a Pharrell album, and they'll give him a $10 million budget without thinking twice, because Pharrell sells.
Yeah, Pharrell's
But Pharrell is producing and doing hooks for the Clipse. He's not making a Pharrell album.
Mm-hmm.
He's producing a Clipse album. People can have all their critiques about Pharrell. Pharrell knows how to produce for each artist.
Yeah, he's good.
You do not get the same beat from Pharrell. You get, Nori gets what Nori sounds good on. Pusha gets what Pusha sounds good on. And so when the numbers came back and they were good, but they were not, Neptune's good. Every time the next budget was less, or the marketing was less, or it's getting pushed back 3 times, right?
Gotcha.
And they're wasting singles. Like they're putting these singles out and then it gets pushed back. Well, what the fuck did we just do a 3-month run with this single for?
Yeah,
right?
it's got to be frustrating.
So they talk about it on their 3rd album. I'm sorry, but them crackers aren't playing fair or jive. Like they talk about it.
Yeah, I was listening to interviews, and he was just bringing up like the drama that he had with labels was probably the most
They had no
frustrating.
problem saying like, fuck this. Like we're done. Fuck this. But now here's where it's confusing, right? Because with your brother, who people acknowledge was, if not better, as good as you, and with Pharrell producing everything, you weren't going multi-platinum. You weren't. So now I'm supposed to believe half of that group is going to do that?
Okay, that's interesting, because my next question was going to be, I was reading...
Skepticism was through the roof.
And hearing so much about how he was walking this very precarious line of he's got the recognition, but he's far from the street life at this point. How's he going to hold it up? Is he going to make the right moves? Things like that.
It gets even more complicated. He did a great job articulating this in a couple interviews where he was like, if I'm talking about I'm Pusha T, one half of the Clipse, all you're telling people is half of the Clipse is missing.
Okay.
When you say that. So he had to start his entire career over as a solo artist named Pusha T.
What was he
Clipse.
going by
No
in
Clipse.
the Clipse? Was he still Pusha T?
He was Pusha T.
Okay.
But it wasn't, for example, he had features when he was in the Clipse, and it would say Pusha of the Clipse. There's no more of that. It can't be Pusha T of the Clipse.
Yeah.
Pusha T is the artist now.
Gotcha.
Right? So now when you're trying to do that, and you're doing a mixtape, and that's going out indie, right? And your major label deals were split with your brother, so you're not going to go big budget. So the first 2 Fear of God mixtapes were standard mixtapes. They were good, decent beat selection of stuff that's out, a couple collabos, couple standouts.
Okay.
But nothing that you were like, oh yeah, fuck the Clipse, bro. I need that Pusha album. Like, nobody was saying that. Nobody. I don't care. Maybe in retrospect, people will try to tell you that they were saying that, but
yeah, because I was reading.
I was outside and nobody was saying
like,
that
let me
shit.
ask you. So I was reading off of Pitchfork that they were saying that the Fear of God mixtape that came out, they called it Half Baked. The second one, they said fared a little bit better.
Yeah.
Now
that is exactly correct.
Okay. Now, why? So my question is, why do you think that first one was, quote unquote, half baked? Was it he's trying to find a sound? They just trying to get his footing as an independent, as a solo artist now? All of the above?
It's because when the Clipse was still a group, in between albums, they would put out mixtapes, and they had a series called We Got It for Cheap.
Okay.
I think that Fear of God, because of the sudden nature and the news breaking, you have to capitalize on news when it breaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it comes out that Clipse is breaking up, Push is going solo, you need to have something that day.
Yeah, this is a lot of attention.
Right. You're going to say that and then no one remembers it in 3 months when you go solo?
Yeah.
Right? The impression I got was all the Pusha solos on that first one were verses and what he would have had on the We Got It for Cheap Clipse mixtape.
Okay.
So it wasn't fully fleshed out. It was just dope verses by Pusha.
It was like pulling all
which
of
again
it.
is enough because he's that good for a temporary to get your attention.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to go, wow.
Yeah, it's not album of the year.
Fear of God 2, if I'm not mistaken, and if I am, I'm sure I'll hear about it, but I'm pretty sure Fear of God 2 was the same songs plus 5 more.
Okay. Yeah, you said he was cannibalizing the best songs from the mixtape and padding it.
Then I'm right. Yeah, then I'm right.
Interesting. So wait, so he put the same tracks on the second one that were on the first one, but redid the verses?
No, it was like sequenced different and added more songs. So like, I think the first one was like maybe 6 songs.
Oh, okay.
And the second one was like 13.
Gotcha.
But including those first 6.
Okay.
You know?
Does that happen a
But
lot
it did,
in mixtape land? Yeah, but that seems pretty
no.
unique.
Very, very seldom. And it showed the chaos that was ensuing as a result of this change, from the Clipse to Pusha.
Okay.
Like they were scrambling to a certain extent, like we need something. Because the Fear of God 2, to its credit, and which is what Pitchfork kind of inferred, was you had a few Pusha songs on there that go, oh, okay, he can go. And you had never heard that yet. Because everything Clipse is 50-50. You had never heard Pusha really fucking go light a song the fuck up beginning to end. It hadn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Fear of God 2, you started to get an inkling that, okay, this guy could be a player.
Gotcha. And then, so how far after that last project was it until Wrath of Caine came out? A year or two?
So now here is where... And I'm tying a lot of this to you and our work because this mixtape is so fucking relevant to what we've been working on in the thought process beyond the project itself.
Okay.
Like, the reason that Wrath of Caine had to be so good is because of the business moves he was predicating on making after that.
Yeah, with My Name Is My Name.
You can't make none of those fucking moves if that tape sucks.
Yeah.
Right?
Every track he calls it out. My Name Is My Name.
Well,
he's setting
so
it up.
what happened was he had been working with Pharrell, right? Exclusively. The whole time he was with Clipse, which is unheard of that they got. I mean, it put people onto them to begin with that like, dude, Pharrell's not doing full albums for anyone else, man. These guys are good. Think about that,
Yeah.
So, anyway, Fear of God 2, he got Kanye's attention with that mixtape.
Okay.
And Kanye signed him to Good Music to do My Name Is My Name, which was going to be his full-length debut album. So, for Pusha to be able to say, Pharrell, the hottest producer of the last 10 years, did all of the Clipse albums. Kanye West, the hottest producer of this 10 years, is the only person producing my music. it allowed people to go,
Yeah, it's a major flex.
okay, I'm all ears. What do you got? Right?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, wouldn't you?
Of course.
So, what was even more genius, and I don't have it broken down in front of me. I will look it up, but the Wrath of Caine, I think Pusha was an executive producer of that. And the reason I think that is because I have a person that'll vouch for this, because this is going to sound like I'm blowing smoke.
Okay.
I said for a long time ago, I said something about Pusha T really reminds me of Biggie. Like, really reminds me of Biggie. And it's not his voice. It's something about the manipulation of words and the flow. It's very similar. And I don't know, but he's not copying it. It's almost like you're just hearing two British people talk that you go, they sound the same, but they're not.
Okay.
And I always wondered what that was. And I'm listening to My Name Is My Name. And the one thing that is so consistent on Wrath of Caine, from the intro to the skits to the backdrops and some of the beats, the anchoring samples and some of the beats, it's a fucking Jamaican album.
Okay.
Guess what?
What?
Both Christopher Wallace, Notorious B.I.G., and Terrence Thornton, a.k.a. Pusha T, are descendant of Jamaican mothers.
Oh, okay. So there's some like cultural aspect.
First of all, if I had to point to one reason why I think I'm capable of doing this show as some sort of a fucking authority, that I fucking picked that up.
That's a good one. That's paying attention to the details.
Big to pick that up, because they don't rap like each other, but it was like something about that rhythm, and it's like, oh, both of their fucking mothers are Jamaican. That's why.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know how much Kanye like produced, as far as, because you know how it is, like they'll say like Dre produced this, but Dre didn't produce every song.
Okay.
Right? Like he was involved. I don't know what Kanye did on this, as far as, every single beat, not every beat. I know other people made beats on here, and I think that the vibe I've gotten from Push since then is that he probably insisted on doing that to make sure that Kanye knew, you're producing this with a gun to your head, because look what I can do without you.
Gotcha.
I can get these producers. I can make this fucking mixtape. My Name Is My Name needs to sound better than this. I don't know that happened. I like to always be clear when I'm speculating, but I feel like if I was in his shoes, that's what I would do.
So I'm listening to him in an interview on whether it was the Breakfast Club or what was the other one, Fuse, but all within the last year, right? And he was mentioning that during those periods of time, he would work with Pharrell and then like take that track and show it to Ye and be like, look at the heat I'm bringing here, trying to get him to be like, oh, I'm going to outdo that. And he would like play off of those
that's
two.
What the last album.
Yeah, that was like one thing, but you can tell that just the fact that he even said that, he's very strategic in putting the power in the right place. And then, he couldn't have said it enough, just the fact that, like, I don't need any of these guys,
And I want to make a point.
I'm working with them because they're going to make what we're going to do better,
Not only that, but tell me this doesn't remind you of the way I am, that you've grown to love, and quite a few people I've worked with have grown to love, but the average, new person who just gets a load of me thinks I'm an arrogant prick.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the balls that Pusha T had to have to go to Pharrell, get beats, and go, it's a good start. I'll go bring this to Kanye. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay? And then go to Kanye and go, I already got these from Pusha, so
yeah,
I get that you're Kanye, but
playing
you
the cards right. When you hear him talk too,
with the balls, because he's confident that he's going to deliver it.
Yeah, and he's very meticulous, and you can tell he fucking is extremely smart about how he's making his moves. You know, he doesn't ever come off like drunk with ego or even under the influence of anything. He looks like he's very fucking.
How many times have you heard me complain about people we've collabed with or asked to work with us in the studio, where they go like, "I got a beat from so and so," and I'm supposed to like act like I give a shit.
Yeah.
And I remember the first 2 times you'd like kind of like give me the like, "Come on, bro." But I remember saying, I'm like, dude, all they're doing is lowering that producer's value if they don't come up with a heater.
Yeah.
The producer didn't write the record. He just gave him a beat. And like, not for nothing, if you're content that you have that beat, that you think that means you did something, just put the instrumental on your album then.
Yeah, right.
Don't even rap on it then. Seriously. So the opposite is Pusha, that he's going to Kanye West and Pharrell fucking Williams and going, well, one of these will make the album.
Yeah, it's crazy too. It seems like those two are also extremely hard to work with, meaning like Kanye's hard to work with for Kanye reasons, but Pharrell is extremely meticulous in what he's making. Like he goes,
and all Pusha does is rap about coke.
Yeah.
Pharrell does not sell coke.
Yeah,
like Pharrell's not on the block. So, do you understand how good Pusha has to be that Pharrell doesn't sound like he's playing himself making those beats?
Yeah, yeah.
Like people don't get that. It's like it's so easy to go, oh, I like the song, I don't like the song. It's like, no, I want to talk artistry. Yeah. And it's like, you know.
Well, and this mixtape was fucking exceptional. I mean, it's like it's strong. The production, everything about it was ridiculous.
They took it until Daytona to match this.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good, man. I mean, everything. I mean, these were all hitters. Like when I'm listening to it, I was listening to these on the radio. I didn't realize they came off of this.
What are these on the radio?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, so would you say if you put out a mixtape and your tracks are hitting the radio and mainstream that you probably did a good job with it, right?
Yes and no.
Or unless the label's behind it pushing it.
No, well, the label's never behind it. If you're doing it as a mixtape,
yeah,
they're definitely not behind it because you're only doing it because they're not being behind you the way they should.
Mm-hmm.
If you had the right support, you're not giving away 10 fucking charting records for free. You wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's fucking for sure true.
You're only doing this because you're already aggravated.
Mm-hmm. Or you're doing it strictly for the fans too, right? Yeah.
No. Well, yeah, you'll say that, but no, you're not.
Well, you want to keep your fans, though. You know what I mean?
If you're doing it for the fans, there's a lot of things you could do nicer than asking them to download music. If you're doing something for your fans. Send them $1.
Send them $1. Send them a coffee.
Bro, like I said, I'm an artist
and
I'm a fan. I'm not going to pull punches on this fucking show.
Uh-huh.
You know, I did it for my fans. Okay. Now, there is a such thing. There is a way you can clarify that. I did this for the fans who liked what I did before I signed a major label deal.
Okay.
That is a real thing. Cage has done, I know a lot of artists who've done that because the label, in order to put the record out, made him compromise the fuck out of everything. And the record bricked. And all his old fans are going, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, trust me, I didn't forget. Here's a mixtape. Here, you know, and it's just murder. Ill Bill's a great example. I mean, I could name a million people that have done this. It's a very smart tactic to have up your sleeve.
Well, it even probably puts pressure on the label if it is successful because now it's like, look, I got what works. Stop looking the other way. You know?
Well, you also, but also, let's say your label thing tanks and you do a mixtape, right? But you satisfy your fans. Now you can tell the label with confidence. Then you know what? Fuck it. Just then shelf my next album. And I'll wait till the contract's up and I'll just do it indie. Because I just moved fucking, you know that shitty album that you guys didn't like? Right. I just moved that by myself as a mixtape with no promotion out of my fucking SoundCloud page. And I made $25,000 last week from it. Okay?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you right now, the rest of the balance of what I'd make splitting it with you, I'd save the headache and just fucking do 2 of those a year and not have to ever talk to you again.
Yeah. You know, and then, so let me ask you this. So I was also listening and hearing that, and he was being kind of cryptic about it. So I don't know if there's a lot of information on it. But recently, last year, he was saying he got his master's back from Kanye And then they were kind of asking how that happened on this interview I was watching. I think it was Breakfast Club. And he was like, oh, it started off with an argument, and, you know, he's a man of his word, and here we are. You know, and he was like, man, cryptic about it, but he just got his masters back from asking. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, I know about that.
Okay. So I was curious.
I have to watch the way that I say things because I don't know things, and I certainly would not want to put any additional heat in places I don't want to put heat.
Yeah, of course.
And I don't even mean that I'm afraid for myself. I mean, like, I don't like saying things that could get someone I like in trouble.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and even it sucks the way the world is now with the internet. Like, I'm nobody. I know nothing. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
I could just say something and be like, yeah, but I saw it. It's true. This guy said it on the internet. Next thing you know,
or it comes out, and then like 5 years in the future, all of a sudden it gets found.
Yeah. Right. So I'll say this. A contract is signed by both parties, right? So it could just as easily be unsigned.
Yeah, if they both agree.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll say this.
Somewhere along the lines, they both agreed on
that. I'll say this. I think Kanye felt it was more important to agree to let him out of the contract than it was to take on whatever headaches may come with not letting him out of his contract.
Yeah.
Let's say that. I will say one that is on record because its statute of limitations is passed. Cameron ran up in the fucking record label with a gun.
Can you imagine? That's like the last thing they
You don't have to imagine. That shit is a known story.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean? Just fucking, I try to fucking.
Let me out of my fucking contract or I'm going to fucking shoot you.
That's wild. When did he do that? Back in...
Don't run out of the room. I'm shooting everyone in the room.
He got away with that, huh?
He got out of his contract.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Dame Dash called the label executive as soon as Cam walked out and said, I'll give you X amount of money to make up for that, but you're not calling the police. And the guy was like, okay. And a week later, Cam was on Rockefeller.
That's wild.
So there's ways around.
Yeah. And it's crazy too. You like he had some like epic beef fucking Pusha T between over his career with either Drake or Lil Wayne, Birdman, and on the Breakfast Club. They're like, how many rappers can have beef with that many majors and still be sitting here and not have a fucking problem? And he's like,
he's bigger than all of their careers, and they don't realize.
Yeah, well, and then he was even saying, and he's like, well, listen, he's like, I know where I'm going, right? I'm in my lane, they're in their lane, and
exactly what I'm saying.
I got nothing to say. You know, it's like, look, that's it.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you a perfect example. Drake, okay? Drake has definitely more fans. Definitely, right? Definitely sells more records.
Okay.
Right? Okay. Pusha T is the president, or was the president, of the record label that he was on, Good Music, Kanye's record label, which was a 50-50 split through Def Jam. So he's got a salary as president and owns half of the publishing of his projects, okay? Directly.
Yeah, that's smart moves.
So if he does 750,000 units, he's getting paid.
Yeah.
He's not getting half of that. He's getting, if not 750 plus a little more when you include the salary that he's negotiated for himself, right?
Okay.
Now, you look at Drake, okay? Drake is signed to Young Money, which is Wayne's label, which is signed as an artist deal under Cash Money, which is owned by Birdman, which is signed as a label under Universal, which is some white dude. So 4 people touch Drake's check.
I was going to say there's a lot of hands.
So that's why Drake has to sell quadruple platinum.
Yeah.
And that's why Pusha knew he'd win that beef, because Pusha doesn't have to worry about alienating corporate entities that would be upset that he said something to this. Whereas Drake, he's got to make Sweet 16 fucking songs, dude. What's he going to do? What's he really going to say?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, he can't ruffle the feathers at all, really, in that position, you know?
Whose feathers is Pusha gonna ruffle? Kanye, the craziest human being in fucking music?
Yeah, they sound like they got a good relationship as it is.
Well,
They're
now
like
they
good
don't.
friends.
They
Oh, no?
split recently. Pusha deaded him over the Jew stuff.
Oh, really? What, just this year?
Smart. That was one of the dumbest things Kanye's ever done. Because he's so...
Oh, over that whole Adidas thing? Or the comment that led to that?
Comments. No, but it wasn't one comment. He's still doing it. It's a nonstop... He's on Fox News as like an anti-Jew guy.
Oh,
That's his thing.
I haven't been following him that closely, but...
And it's so pathetic because you're being used by your enemy. Even if anything you're saying is valid, your people aren't the ones that are supporting that. Mm-hmm. You're being supported by literally the group that has done the most damage to your people over the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Why, so you can wear a red hat? Go fuck yourself, buddy. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on Kanye West.
Yeah.
Terrific beats. Always loved his beats. But I will also say I'm consistent on this. I'm going to have Jay come on as just like a fact checker for me sometimes. I never liked one Kanye rap in my entire life. I can't fucking stand the way he sounds.
Okay.
Never did. Never liked it. And then when you find out that his best lyrics, he has ghostwriters, it's like, so your voice sucks. And the things that you're saying, even when they're cool, you didn't think of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Producer, I like him as a producer, but...
Phenomenal producer. I would say top 5 all time.
Yeah.
Top 5 all time.
He's definitely out there, though, man. I listened to him on a Rogan podcast, and I'm like, oh, this guy is fucking way outer there than
his mom died. The way he changed when his mom died. Like, it clearly really affected him.
Yeah.
So I have empathy. But the same way I do for Eminem, where I go like, I'd be able to feel a lot more empathy if you would just shut the fuck up and get out of the spotlight.
Yeah.
Go home. Go to the beach. Go to the fucking movies. Stop being here.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't like let go of it at some point.
It's like the guy that you said feel bad he has a drinking problem, but he keeps coming to the bar and throwing up on himself. It's like, do I really feel bad?
Yeah. Right?
You know?
Yeah, self-inflicted gunshot wound.
I feel bad when he's at home and I go, man, that poor guy.
Yeah.
But when he's here, I'm not going, oh, you poor guy. I'm like, I'm going to fucking drown you in your own fucking puke.
Especially when you're supposed to say that with what he's doing. Like, you're the one that's making the problem.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. So I like, again, another reason why I fuck with Pusha, his bread was buttered with Kanye. And it got to a point where he was like, no, like I can't. He goes, there's been too many things that, okay, this was this context. Why is this the thing we're talking about now? Like,
yeah.
No, I'm
not letting that affect my career. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I want nothing to do with that on my career. And it's like, I know he told Kanye that. Like, you know that's how this dude rolls.
Yeah.
And it goes to what I always say about, I've probably said at least once every episode, and I hope I continue to. I can't listen to people rap that I think are fucking birds. Mm-hmm. I can't do it. Pusha T, maybe not as funny as some other artists, but like, he's not a clown. Yeah. The guy's not a joke. He's not a fucking bozo. He's not a nerd. You aren't giving him swirlies in a toilet bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for real.
Yeah.
Like, he definitely knows people. You know what I'm saying? So I could listen to you talk some tough guy shit because I feel like, you know, I'm not saying that means look, there's always exaggeration. I don't think you killed every person you ever met. But I'll tell you this much. The guy knows how to use a gun. Promise you that.
Yeah, of course.
And I promise he knows how to weigh a brick fucking fast.
Yeah.
You know?
It's funny. Like, I had a little epiphany while I was listening to this album. So I'm going to get into the weeds with some of the old stupid shit I used to do, but I couldn't for the fucking life of me figure out when I was in Midwest, right? They would move certain kind of substances at 25 G's and O. And I could never fucking figure out why they were. I thought I was getting shorted and shit. And then it just dawned on me. I'm like, oh, they're probably cutting it out of a key and they're trying to make it all even. Right? Because then you have exactly 40 out of it. So that was my little takeaway from that. Because I never could get an answer to that. I never understood. I thought they were all stupid out there. But I think that was probably the fucking reason.
Well, also, if you have, I mean, I did this a couple times. I didn't do it like
prolifically at all. But and I was riding with someone. It wasn't like I was setting this up. But I had 3 out of state like little trips that I would go to. And I mean, if you want to talk about being in your neighborhood where everyone knows you and you're moving 50s and 8 balls, you know, all fucking weekend, you're just dodging cops. That's all you're doing. Whereas you can go down to you can go to Binghamton with
Make
4
a strategic
ounces,
drop. Yeah.
with 4 ounces, drop them to one person and have a 400 up on fucking each one of those. It's $1,600 for having lunch.
Yep.
And you're home and your car's empty. It's like, so to extrapolate that, like I know Cam like has talked about it, like he sold coke in Ohio for years. And it was like, because the prices were like, they couldn't get fucking what they were getting it for uptown. And they didn't know how to cook. Like, you know, he's like, I'd make more in a fucking month in Ohio than I would in a year in fucking Harlem. Like, you know,
you could
have to watch
definitely
out for
set it up.
dealers and shit. But the deal was they would try to have like a girl or 2 out there that kind of knew the neighborhood and who to watch out for. And, you know, they'd stay up with the chick for like a month, move some work, and fucking boom, we're out, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, like I said, you know me. I think this country's rigged. The game is rigged. And I support anyone who finds a fucking loophole way to get over. And especially if you can find a way to flip $500,000 in illegal drug money into a fucking successful record company. And then they're letting you perform at like the Super Bowl and shit. I mean, like, dude, that is the American dream. I don't know what the fuck people think going to college is the American. That's not the American fucking nightmare that you go to fucking college for. You owe them $80,000. What the fuck
Yeah,
does
and
that
then you
work?
realize you fucking hate what you just learned.
Right, exactly. But you can't quit because you owe them $80,000. And by the way, you have 2 kids that hate you. You know? So even though, you know, coming from my background, perhaps it seemed like a stretch when I was younger that I would identify so closely with this kind of music. The reality is I always did. I was always like, this makes a lot more sense than
I connected with this kind of shit from day one. You know, the first time I heard it for some reason.
We're going to talk about it because we're going to get to what happened to that boy, and we're going to talk about it. Is that you listen to rap, but you listen to, I'm talking when we're younger.
Yeah.
All right. So don't anyone be out there trying to say, I'm saying my partner don't listen to fucking music he makes. No. This motherfucker he's listening like I'm listening. But I'm saying when we were 18, we just first had linked up, right? I grew up with all these older kids and I lived on 23rd, fucking wine dance and shit. So it was like, hip hop was like from birth, like what I listened to. And it was like, with all the older brothers of people, like I just knew everything, right? More than the average person, like nerdy, you know?
Yeah.
The average person, though, in our era, there was none of this country fucking nonsense that they listen to now, this fucking house music shit. It was rap music or rock music. That's what you listened to. Mm-hmm. And rock music was predominantly old white people. And as things are with generations, you never want to be like the old people. So not only the black kids listen to rap, every fucking white kid listened to rap. And I don't mean pop music rap. I'm talking Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, Nas. That's what the softest white kid in the softest suburb was listening to. You know what I'm saying? In addition to the hood. That shit was everywhere, right? You didn't have 400 subgenres of rap like you do now, too. It was like you had major labels and they put out gangster rap.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
I know, the good old days.
It was great. I fucking loved it. Imagine Big L's first album coming out now. The protests, bro.
Yeah,
it'd be fucking pulled by lunchtime. I mean, like, there's no way. The amount of and if I catch AIDS, then I'm gonna start raping bitches. Like, bro, gotta take that out.
Can you imagine?
You know? But so anyway, to connect to what I'm saying with Push is that when this project, when I hit play from track 1, the content felt sharp, but not sharper, just that there wasn't his partner there. So you noticed he was developing it more. Like it was like, instead of getting 4 bars at a time like you used to,
you're getting 16s. So his points are coming across. You're noticing humor. You're noticing
the
not just
style.
glorifying drugs, not just glorifying drugs, talking about the bad side of it, right? And you're going like, that's what Jay-Z does, and you're going like, oh, that's what Biggie was good at, and you start going, oh fuck, this guy really is that good because he had space.
Yeah,
he was using it the right way, and
he definitely uses space very, very well.
He really did
very well.
One of the things he picked up from Biggie is the enunciation. He does not rush through words. It's something you'll always. How many times I tell you, I'm like, bro, I'll err on the side of people going, it's too slow for my taste. Then the day I'm going to put all the effort I put in to go, and nobody heard a fucking thing I said.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. It's like
I will stop and I'll go one word after another if I think that's what it's going to take before I'll do the.
Well, bro, it's like when you put so much time into those words, of course you fucking want someone to hear them, but you know, it's
and
like
it's
a lot
harder,
of the time.
for the record, it is much harder to write in a way where you're the. Push is the first guy you're going to get this with. Most rappers, their words ride the beat, so it doesn't take away from the beat, right? But it doesn't add anything. It's just part of the beat. That's why most rap lyrics don't stand out.
Yeah,
because it just fits in with the beat, right?
Yeah.
Pusha T, I don't know if you
it's
noticed
almost like
it
a drum accent.
It cuts through the beat.
Yeah,
his voice and the timing of his cadence. He cuts through the beat.
Well, bro, I forgot what song off the top of my head, but it starts off where it's like 2 or 3 words for each line, and then he kind of steps up the speed of it a little bit on the second half. I think it's that track where he has just one verse, but he's saying like 2 or 3 words, and it's fucking hard. It's like he picks exactly the right word to have the maximum impact. I always find that the most interesting from my perspective, because that's definitely not a strong point on my end. And like, boy, that shit's just wild, you know, like being able to.
I'll tell you this. I'll put you in this category of people that'll feel this way too. The inaugural Bulls EP that we did. There's a couple reasons why it's hard, even for me, to love it right away, because the year was brutal. I was in a horrible car accident. We were learning so much, and we were doing it in Florida and New York. It was a very challenging thing.
Yeah, we were getting our own footing. Yeah,
and things that we thought we had set up weren't, you know, like growing pains. Nothing that like a fuck up or a beef. I mean, we only grew from it. But in other words, we forget how good that project is. Like when I go back and listen to it, especially compared to what I had done
before
a couple of years earlier. My confidence in the delivery, the slow down, the fucking emphasizing things, the fucking points that I make. It's not just I'm snorting drugs and fucking bitch. I mean, like I'm talking some shit on that fucking project. And when you look at what 2020, the year it came out, that was the COVID year. That album sounds like that year. It fucking does. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Listen to that album. It sounds like when we were quarantined and ready to kill.
Yeah, as it
That's
should.
what that album sounds like.
You know what I mean?
It's supposed to sound like that.
Yeah.
and so I'm bringing it all back to Push because that's why I said this mixtape has a lot that people go, oh, it's good. But it's like, I don't think they get why and how fucking good it is. We've been talking fucking 40 minutes. We haven't even talked about one song.
Yeah.
Well, and that's setting the table. Like, imagine going to do a mixtape with that amount of ambition, whereas most people think a mixtape is the first 8 songs they did on SoundCloud in their friend's fucking bedroom.
Yeah, or all the songs that didn't go on.
Well, look at what he was. So that's what they do for a mixtape. Look what Push was doing with his mixtape before he started it.
It's like one of the best albums I listened to. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Is that people will go like, "Oh, well, I guess he's that good." It's like, yes, but also look how he approached it.
Yeah.
I'm starting over my solo career. I'm going to use this the quality of this to shake down Kanye to get the best beats from him.
Big perspective too. You know, you're not thinking just
and
right now. You're
tremendous
thinking
balls.
years.
He didn't
ahead.
go, I hope Kanye likes it.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm going to force him to give me his best beats.
Yeah. And at this point, this guy's pockets are already pretty padded. He's made millions off of these McDonald and fucking Arby placements in his 20s. He's made millions off of Clipse. And now, you know what I mean? He's been able to like not get wrapped up in
millions off of Clipse is debatable, but
he's definitely got money out of it, you know?
He made some money.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, those budgets are huge, and they didn't because they had Pharrell produced albums. So they gave him these budgets that were nuts.
Yeah.
They didn't fucking go multi, you know? I'm sure they did all right.
Yeah.
But they didn't. I'll put it like this. His brother wouldn't have started writing fucking books.
Yeah.
Okay?
You know, it's funny. I'm wondering, like, what did his brother probably do in his 20s and, you know, when he was younger, running the streets?
Well, there's a lot of truth to they had indictments that came down.
Yeah, that felt like
their manager got indicted and sent to prison for 32 years right around this time. And there was a lot of stuff that, you know, more than one reason to
and then like Jesus. At that point too,
people find Jesus when they notice that there's not going to be too many people on earth looking to talk to them anymore, you know?
But you know, it's like you got to figure too, man. It's like, you know, you come out of a lifestyle in a certain way, and I know we're all, you know, we all know what that looks like as we've been there at some point, and then see this other lifestyle that very few see, where the entire world opens up to you. And I have to imagine, you know, when you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you start really, you know what I mean? It starts making sense. Like, okay, if I make my moves correct now, I can have all of this, right? Whether it's stuff, whether it's peace of mind, you know. And they both seem like, or at least Pusha T, because I don't know his brother. I haven't listened to like interviews with him or anything, but he's extremely intelligent. You know, when he speaks, it's very well articulated. You can tell the guy is like, you know what I mean? The guy isn't just going to meeting to meeting. He's planning
a fucking student
out
of the game.
Yes.
He's a student of the game.
I have to imagine his brother is also very smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like in his own way, did what was right for him. And the fact that they're always doing what's right for them is what's making Pusha T a great artist. You know,
I think that his brother probably wanted to do this and felt I have enough financial cushion that, you know, the music is too closely tied to the things that I'm still at risk for getting indicted about. And you know what? Children's books aren't.
Well, and he probably also knows that Pusha T.
I have the cushion financially to do this, publish it myself. I could do this. Yeah. Let's just do it.
Yeah, and his brother's going to
feel good about it.
His brother's going to hold him up if he's making hundreds of millions a year. Push, you know he's going to hold his brother up.
Well, and this is where Push is a very interesting story, because we already touched on Kanye's open and known for using ghostwriters. Mm-hmm. It's not a secret, right? There is no question Kanye would have been more than happy to just have Pusha come over and write his raps and never put out a Pusha T album ever. Mm-hmm. He would have been fucking fine with that. So, and he would have got paid for that. Don't get me wrong. He'd have gotten paid.
Yeah.
You get those publishing points, they fucking count, if not more than the artist points. So, but it goes to say, where we talk about, like, when you know you have a vision, Pusha knew, like, no, I need to make this type of music. No one else can do it. I have the tools. What's Kanye going to do this album? Even if I write it, he could. But what did I say to you the other day? I said I could give, I'm not going to name the artist, I could hand him my fucking notebook and the fucking instrumentals I'm using, and it would sound like a pile of dog shit compared to what I do with it.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know what it means to say those things. He doesn't know how to say them. He doesn't believe them. And that's the difference. Mm-hmm. Like, on the last Pusha album, just so you remember who you're dealing with, the way he says that one line before the hook, the rest of it's smooth, and he doesn't yell, but he's like, just so you remember who you're dealing with. And it's like you have to have been in that mindset to have thought of that. Mm-hmm. Is what I'm saying. It's like, I can't listen to nerd rap.
Yeah.
You know? What are they gonna say? And my girl left me. Like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I want to hear sometimes when I'm lacking nerve, sometimes when I'm maybe a little fucking, maybe like, man, this is an intimidating situation.
I need a confidence
I need
boost.
to hear someone go, just so you remember who you fucking dealing with. Because then it's like, yeah, exactly. Just so you fucking remember who you're dealing with. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Maybe to someone watching or hearing this, I'm nuts. But you know what? To someone else, they're like, he's fucking right. That is what that does.
Yeah, of course.
It's exactly
Bro,
what it fucking does.
music encapsulates emotion. You know what I mean? And when you need to tap into certain emotions, when you're looking for confidence or like fucking raw feeling, this is where you go. You know?
Yeah,
There's no shortage of that here. So out of this album, right? Interesting album in the sense that I was surprised to see a track that didn't even have Pusha T on it. But before we get into that one, because it was at the end.
What do you mean? He was on it, but it's his whole album.
No, there was one track he wasn't on.
You mean?
It was called Re-Up Gang. Abliva. I don't know who that
Push
is.
is on there, though.
What's that?
Push is on there.
No, he's not. He's literally not on that.
Well, anyway, that's Ablive has always been like their guy. So
But who is that? Part of
it's
his
like
old
the
clique?
same way- yeah, the Re-Up Gang.
What's up with the Re-Up Gang? I've literally only heard of that
So-
digging into this.
You got to remember, if we go back to 2003, 2002, 2004, everyone was a fucking a gang, a crew, a G Unit, a fucking diplomats.
Oh yeah, there was a
You know.
very big crew period, huh? I didn't even think of it.
Rockefeller,
Yeah.
everyone had a gang of rappers. So like the Re-Up Gang was theirs. Were they good? Yeah. But my thing is, I never wanted to do that. Like if my ship popped off, like I could see maybe a rapper or like a duo that came together, you know,
Okay.
of rappers. But other than that, like I would want like singers, and I'd want a guitarist, and I'd want like a magician.
Yeah, like something
I
that
want a book writer.
complements.
I want people that do things I don't do already.
Yeah.
Like, because honestly, dude, I could sit and go, oh, I don't have an ego. Fuck that, bro. You're never gonna want an artist that does what you do on your company doing better than you.
Yeah, you
You're
don't-
never
yeah.
gonna want it. So, like, why set up for bad business? Like, why? Why do that? Right? Really, you're really gonna promote a guy? Oh, this guy's way better than me. Yeah, fuck me.
Yeah. No, I know that you don't.
It's never gonna happen.
You're not going to see somebody put someone that's going to outshine them on their own album. Usually, you know.
And even if they could, they're not gonna let them outshine them.
Yeah.
You think that guy's getting all the good beats? No. Definitely not. Definitely fucking not. So, what I wanted to go through, and I don't want to go too detailed because I really do think the crux of this tape is what we've already started talking about, is that this guy, you talk about a mixtape is for a driven artist. That's who benefits from this. Not everybody. It's not a shortcut. It's not a, well, I couldn't do an album, so I did. No. That's a waste of time is what that is. That is finger blasting yourself is what that is. I know. I've got over 6 women who will tell you, 9 if you count fingers and thumbs. But what a mixtape is, by an artist mixtape, don't get me wrong, again, like I said, there's different kinds, DJ mixtapes, blend tapes, but I'm talking about an artist-driven or artist-hosted mixtape is to reframe their career and to do it out of their own pocket, as to not cost them money because they're giving it away for free. So think about the balls that you're putting up when you go, my first album on a major, I went platinum, right? My second, I didn't go platinum. I went gold, right? And now they're giving me a bullshit budget, and they're not promoting this third project that I want to put out. You know what? Fuck their budget. They think that's what's helping me? No, that's what's holding me back, is they got me doing these cornball songs with their fucking label mates. They got pink on the fuck. What the fuck is pink?
Jeez.
You know what? You hold on to that fucking deposit. I got the money that I was supposed to fucking buy that fucking Cadillac with. Fuck it. I'm calling up fucking 5 of the best underground producers. You know?
Yeah.
I'm calling 3 rappers that I'm a fan of. I'm calling fucking, you know, I'm calling 4 DJs that have big shows that fucking know how I get down. And I'm putting this fucking mixtape out. And then we'll talk. Then we'll see what the label wants to talk to me about.
Yeah.
And that is a lot harder to do than people realize. So again, what I say, the whole reason I wanted to do this season about mixtapes is like, it fucking sickens me that, like everything else in our fucking culture, the loudest and stupidest have managed to define what something is. Again. Fucking again, they've done it. And I'm not taking that sitting down. Thankfully, I don't care about much of the rest of the world and politics. I'm not fighting those arguments. I do care about rap music. It fucking helped me get through tough times in life. It's a formative fucking part of my adolescence. It's what I do now as an adult. And I'm not going to let people go like, what is that, your mixtape? Like as if that like is an insult. It's like, this is a mixtape, The Wrath of Caine. And I don't know anyone personally in life who could make an album that good.
Yeah.
And that's if they had the backing of a fucking record label, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Pusha did this to essentially strong-arm Kanye into giving him the top beats he wanted off this fucking shit.
I mean, every track is basically a heater. You know, I mean, Millions is fucking ridiculous. Like the one with Rick Ross. I mean, that shit, I mean, when I heard that, I didn't even realize that came off the mixtape. It's like, it's such a popular fucking song.
Think about how good it is. And again, it was like you talk about, you said it before. And this is what I said. Pusha's the first guy that, and I think he's like, hopefully will be a bridge for you to further easily understand like really great lyricists and why they're great. Cause like his voice cuts through so easy that you can get it. But like, think about this. He started off and said, this that shit y'all asked for. Make it mash on the gas floor. Y'all better beg my pardon on it, but this shit sound like God, don't it?
Yeah, that's a tough ass line.
This sounds like God?
Yeah. Basically saying it's impeccable, like zero flaw, you know? It's fucking, that's a tough line.
God?
I don't know, man.
I mean, that's like, it has to sound that good.
Yeah. I mean, he holds it with the confidence. I never got that vibe that it was like, you know?
Yeah. I want to be the first to say that, you know, as a partner, for you to know the timing of that. But it's like they say, it's not just what notes, it's why you played the notes.
Yes.
And you're right for playing it, you know? I'm back. And that does deserve that kind of a fucking reception, you know? I mean, a lot of other guys, oh, my girl called, cancel the show, you know, she's gotta tie me up in her labia, or whatever it is people do. So anyway, I'm gonna go get tied up in some labia, but that won't be till later.
All right, there you go.
I like those.
I know, right? They're fucking pretty funny. Oh man.
So that's good. We don't have to edit most of this. I mean, maybe just a smidge, but we could get it back to the. Oh, hold on, 2 seconds. I'm having her listen. We could leave this on. This is fine. I'm offering creative solutions, right? So I'm supposed to be meeting her daughter for the first time.
Okay.
Right. And I said, okay, well, I'll bring up some food, you know. And then I wasn't sure what time this was. And she's like, of course, my daughter has decided she's like starving now. She's like, it's fine. Just let me know how long you're thinking and if I need to do something else. And I was going to say like, yeah, I'm not going to be ready. But then I was like, oh, I got an idea. Because this girl is like literally brought me dinner 5 nights in a row without asking for $1 from me, you know? So I'm like, yo, I'm just going to fucking take a picture of my card, figure out whatever pizza place you guys want, order whatever you want, and get me a sausage pizza. And I'll be over there whenever I'm done and eat whenever the food gets there.
Okay.
Is that what normal people already do?
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
it's
Throwing loose to me.
it's that's a good thing to do. I like that. I'm sure she appreciated it.
The old me would have said, "So what? I should cut my show off because fucking you guys don't know how to eat lunch." But I don't want to be that guy anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not appropriate.
Especially not for. Well, it is appropriate.
Well, it depends on
a lot of these,
you know.
A lot of these broads will not do dick for you. Okay, let's not get it twisted. And it's not their fault. It's the guy's fault for being so fucking thirsty that like they know there's another guy, right? You know, all I gotta do is put a picture up with a filter and a half a nipple, and it's like, you know, I'll get all the pizzas I want.
All the pizzas
right?
I want. Bro, I got a funny pizza story. So
the guys are the worst. I don't blame the girls. If I was a girl, I'd be the same fucking way. So it's hard for a guy like me, who's a legit, like an actual man, to like it takes a minute for that to get like, they're like, it doesn't register.
Yeah, it feels like you don't want to be taken advantage.
Where did you come? Like, they make these, you know, like.
Bro, I got a pizza story, right?
You know, it's like, I've seen those. You've seen tits?
So, bro, I'm in like Salvation Army, right? I got court ordered to that like 6 years ago, okay? I get a phone call from a girl I'm dating at the time, and she asks me, while I have literally nothing to my fucking name, for a pepperoni pizza, right? And let's just say I fucking absolutely lost it and never talked to her again after that. Because like, out of all the things in the world, you know what I mean? Should have been bringing me a pizza. But those are those kind of girls you don't get a pizza for.
Yes. That's it's a delicate thing because it's like a show and prove the whole time, you know. Mm-hmm. And what I've come to find out is that I don't have any. I don't feel weird because I mean, you remember me at 20, 21, 22. Like, you know, even though I look like a sack of shit now, there was a time chicks thought I was something else.
It's mad funny. You need to like feel good about being nice to a girl. Like you have to like make sure you're. No. See, that's not what I was gonna say. I like almost like was forced to learn that doesn't work to be nice to them. Well, not
like,
yet back then like that.
Like, well, if I was a late bloomer, okay, so I had a lot of girlfriends when I was younger, and acne, and a great sense of humor, right? Very little sex. Around 19, you know, I fucking hit my growth spurts and what have you, and fucking my balls fucking dropped or whatever the case, you know? And the next thing I know, like, I didn't have to make no jokes. All of a sudden, girls are just like, oh, hey, you know? And at first, I loved that because it was like, yeah, that was so much more work. But I know me and you were chilling tight at this point. It was after college. Like, we were tight.
Right,
I remember
when I first started meeting you in college is when I realized I was like, oh, I don't have to be nice. And that was all of a sudden what worked.
No, call it what it is. And this is you caught right up. But like, I was a little earlier with that. Like,
no, I think I picked it up from you.
Yeah. Like, come out with me.
Because like the minute I wasn't nice, it was like all of a sudden the energy's now like trying to get me to be nice. And I'm like, oh.
I remember you saying to me so many times, I hate this. Why can't I just be nice? I remember eating Changs with you at 3 a.m. And you're like, why do we have to be this way? And I was like, you want to get laid or not? You know? And it was like, but my point is to say, when you've seen not only how ineffective being nice is, how amazingly effective being horrible is, it's like, it almost seems like a setup when a girl says like that, you know, she wants you to be nice to her. It's like, do you want me to be nice to you so you can feel good about dumping me?
But the funny thing is
that's kind of because I feel like as long as I'm a dick, you're never going to dump me.
Yeah, right. Like, yeah, but then that whole shit does a 180 though, as you're like our age now, where it's like then the good ones won't take that shit. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what I found, and this is again where guys have it all twisted because they'll go, "Oh, I want a girl who's been with one guy or whatever." Right? It's like but you also don't want.
No,
that,
I know.
Okay?
Then you're fucking like a cardboard box.
That means they haven't been exposed to anything. You don't know what's going to happen when they're exposed to things. Yeah. I like a girl who was a whore until about 23 years old.
Yeah, knows what they want. They fucking know that they're getting what they need.
That means they had everything thrown at them, and they weren't very impressed by much of it.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe they were impressed by some of it, but
well, but something else is what's going to catch them. Is my point. Like it's not going to be that like, oh, he's hot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like they've already, like, you know, you want the fast car after you got the fast car. Now you're like, you know, I want something that's comfortable, has a good radio.
And I'll take it a step further. We're way off album shit, but you go look at this era and this generation, right? The lack of male and female, the skills that are passed down. Men don't know how to fix cars anymore.
Yep.
You were telling me about that bozo that fucking couldn't change a tire and he calls himself an adult.
Yeah,
It's like,
a grown man asked me,
you're
called me.
you're not a grown man.
And watched
like,
me change their tire.
I'd be like, just so you know, I'll change this, but your name is Junior from now on.
Yeah,
That's
and you're
it.
getting no lunch money tomorrow.
Until you know how to fucking do this like a full person, I'm calling you Junior.
Like a full person.
Yeah. But women same, like, where they'll brag like, oh, I don't cook, and it's like, so then why would I treat you like someone that I need to do stuff then? Because, like, you don't do anything. Like,
Oh, you said I
You know
don't
what I'm saying?
cook? I thought you said I don't hook. And I was like waiting for.
no, like, I've heard so many girls be like, oh, like, I don't cook. And it's like,
Well, what do you do?
That's fine. But I do. First of all, I do.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't need you for that.
Yeah.
And then they go like, well, I don't want to be objectified. And it's like, well, then what the fuck else would I keep you here for? You don't cook. Your apartment is a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Mine's immaculate.
And
You know,
you're not that
unless you're
nice.
just going to like, right. You like shady as hell. You're drunk. Like, unless you're going to let me like just kind of throw it wherever I want it. I mean, I don't really see the reason to talk to you.
Yeah.
Which, okay.
Yeah, no, they've been cultivated.
You can't say that.
No,
But
they're both
my
weak,
point is,
most of them, you know.
it is not out of. Yeah.
The male's perspective, and then it's funny, the weakness on the male side creates the weakness on the female side too. You know what I mean? It doesn't like
Yes.
make them stronger. It makes them really weaker at the end of the day, you know? But, you know,
Yeah.
that's what happens. We'll see if that shit turns around.
I think that it will when men are forced to realize and acknowledge that never mind women having less rights. Like, you're lucky you have equal rights. Because that's really where we are. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, it's where it is. It's
Yeah,
like,
I feel like
self-driving
it'll-
cars. It's like the self-driving cars. People go, oh, I don't know if we're ready for that. It's like, dude, they're 97% foolproof. Humans are 64% foolproof. We've been getting away with murder by driving. What do you mean? I don't know if I'm ready for that. We haven't been ready to do this.
Yeah, I know, definitely. There's probably 80% of the population that would be better off, you know?
Yeah.
You know, and then the funny thing is too, is like even now the car like can handle most of it. Then you have the driver that's sleeping at the wheel, like still not fucking, like you have less responsibility now in this car and you're still choosing to do less. You know what I mean? Like, or they're playing games or they're sitting in the fucking back seat. Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make this easier for you, and you're making it pretty hard.
Like, I when I listened to this album, I was in Florida, and I think that does play a small part in why I really loved it, because I was in Florida during the winter where it's like 85.
Yeah, and you feel like
It had this like, it felt like I don't know that February New York it would have felt like, because I was driving with the top down and palm trees listening to this, you know.
I could get that same
Screaming.
feeling to New York if I just did a.
millions with the top down in the Cadillac, like that shit. I don't know that millions in the ceiling hitting potholes on Southern State.
If I was
fucking
hustling back then, though,
drizzling and shit, I don't know that it would have felt the same.
if I was hustling though and fucking picking up money and shit, I'd be no matter what month it was, that would have fit. You know, like that's the fucking.
I don't know. I wasn't here, but I got to tell you that the sun and the weather was a huge part of me being like, man, this is it.
Yeah.
And so what I know I mentioned earlier about the about his mother being Jamaican. Mm-hmm. Hold on one second. I'm gonna fucking send her pictures. That being said, you notice as we're going through song to song how much of an influence you hear the Jamaican sounds from the intro.
Yeah, one of the track starts. There's two fucking.
Some of the tracks, the fucking, yep.
Yep.
It's all of that stuff to me was like, I didn't realize it at the time, but when you listen to it now, it's the same way on the Unpopular Vote 2 that you and I have kind of made a point of like, let's get this kind of sample from this old show, and let's get this clip from this political
like building
thing, right?
our background, our things that we've been into type of shit.
It's giving them a taste of like what's our recipe, what makes a Prezi, what makes a fucking Damancello, right? Like, and we're giving them that, and I think that's exactly what fucking he did with that Jamaican fucking over. It's not a reggae album. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
there's
Jamaican
overtones,
influence, dance hall sounds, and it's like to incorporate that again is why I feel he had to be at least an executive producer on some level. I know he didn't make the beats himself, but the cohesive nature of those influences throughout the album. The sequencing, the placement, like it's not all in one spot. It's not 6 songs in a row that sound like that and 3 that don't.
Yeah, it's definitely peppered.
It's a thread that is weaved through the entire project.
Definitely. And then fucking Royce was doing some similar shit like that on his mixtape where he was bringing in a lot of other things, whether it was even just the way he was talking between tracks, like you got that personal, you picked up additional things to kind of paint your picture, right? Because now you know more about it. And the same shit, I think, with this, in a sense, that gave you some
how often do
aftertones.
I mean, and people that are hearing this, they haven't heard my fucking project yet. So I guess it's kind of half pointless that I'm saying it, but they will hear it. And
I heard
you know what? Probably some people won't catch every fucking every episode of this the first time. So maybe they hear it at the same time. But I'm saying it so it's said. One of the big things is that a record label is concerned with numbers and units and streams, right? And they don't get that the loyalty that you need to build to get those is largely derivative of the connection to your personality. That the
I would
makes.
say it's almost fully.
Or your
but, yeah.
story, at the very least, your story, right? And when you listen to that fucking Royce project, we're talking about the Bar Exam 3, correct?
Yeah.
When you say that? Yeah. When you listen to that, when you listen to this Pusha T project, where it's different, he's not doing like voiceovers or like jokes.
Skits or anything. Yeah.
He's not doing that, but it's this Haitian, Jamaican, threatening.
Yeah, like a chick fucking rattling off
down
shit
in South Beach, wilding out, blowing money, and if you fuck around, they'll find you in a fucking gutter, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like, and it's
Of
like
course.
if
Well,
that's what you're trying to tell people you came from. Well, my man, you did a fucking hell of a job just now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like what's your favorite track on this as a lyricist?
Well, I was just going to say, I want to get into some of the songs, but I want to cover that for me, when an album is that well sequenced, when an album is that well fucking put together, when an album is that well thought out as far as what their goal was and the way they approached it in order to hit that goal, right? Which we're talking about these things, right? When it's on that level, it's almost like the songs are just fucking pieces. Like, I do have a favorite song, but I could just as easily not. And I would still love this album just the same.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, this album been
Because of
listening
the
to.
fact that it's a vibe. It's like, I'll put it like this. I've listened to this album at least twice a year since the year came out, and many times a lot more than.
Yeah, this has been a gym album for me. It packs that energy every time.
And it's a summer album for me. It's a Florida album for me.
Yep.
Every time I've been down to visit you, I play this album. Every time the summer hits here, first thing that goes when the top gets dropped, first fucking album that comes on is this album. And each time there's a different song that I like most. but I never don't like one of the other ones that I used to like. It's just like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Now I get this one more than I used to get it. Now I get this one more than I used to get it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. I mean, this is one of the few albums I can play over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, just about everyone we cover.
Replay value. It's replay value. It's
got a strong foundation. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
And another thing I want to point out: the genius about Push's ability is that even though he says he raps in a slower cadence, so you can hear everything, he picks such impactful words that oftentimes the picture that those words paint renders you unable to even hear the next line because it was so potent that you're like, ooh. It's not even fast. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like you need a second, like, you know, and it's like,
that's I'm trying to find a verse that I felt
that's
like
replay value. Oh, I could tell you a ton of them, but like, when he says, let me move this fucker over a little bit here.
Oh, how about this? Right on Block, where he goes. I know the rent due. Fuck me right, and it's sent through. Third time
she didn't use the line. God damn, she a pimp too.
Yeah, and like that's one of those things where it's like you had to be in that scenario to get the second part of that line. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, and that's a fucking ill to have some girl coming up to you being like, "So if I fuck you right, you paying the rent?"
I like Trust You, which everyone hated at the time.
Okay,
and the reason people didn't like it was because it was like, wow, what a kind of shitty attitude, you know, about a love song.
I thought it was sick.
I loved it because, for better or for worse, that's where my head was at the time.
Yeah.
That's, to me, the ultimate thing I could have said to a woman was, I might trust you with my drugs and trust you with my money. Yeah. It's like, that's the biggest compliment I could have given.
And it was something I think I've only given to one person. You know, like I remember those fucking bimbos sitting in my passenger side. They want to be navigating. Which one?
On this Trust You, because it's such a, when I did Splish Splash, that hasn't come out yet, that's on that Sold Out project, right? And the other one, Integrity Woman, right?
Yeah.
And those are very detailed and clear, right? But they're not corny. Like they're not like, I love you till forever. Like they're bumpy. There's some stuff in it that's like, it's not necessarily a love song per se, but it's like there's emotion in it. You know?
Yeah.
And to me, that's what makes it genuine. Because like, I don't know about you, I have yet to walk into a fairy tale relationship. Like,
yeah.
At best, you can work it, you know, but it's a challenge no matter what. I mean, that's how it works. And when I heard this, it was like, started out as just a fuck mission. Who'd have thought that I'd have fucked with you? Dope boy that got trust issues, never imagine being stuck with you. Years later, we in the villa seats. The reason I want to point out, watch all the patterns, the way that he's using the second to last words instead of the rhyming words as the same. Like, watch. Started out as just a fuck mission. Who'd have thought that I'd have fucked with you? Dope boy that got trust issues. Never imagine being stuck with you.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yep.
Years later, we in the villa suites. Top back, we on vanilla seats. Reminiscing about my episodes with these extra hoes, but you didn't cheat. Cold nights when you couldn't sleep. Celine bags with a given treat. C-class help you see past all these other hoes, and they is weak. I'm good money. Got you talking in dollar signs. It's all good that she the top bitch, but she just want to know the bottom line.
Yeah,
I don't blame her. I don't change her. I just sit back and give her options. Bro, how gangster is that?
Yeah, no, this shit's hard. That's for sure.
Every baller got to know she's sponsored. I mean, it's like,
yeah, I like that. I like that he's calling the girl sponsored. That's sick.
right? Like how much?
No,
like
it's just a pimp line.
they all know
yeah.
I love you. It's like nah, she's sponsored.
Yeah. She gets to ride with me sometimes.
One of my favorite pro wrestlers who's going to die very soon. He's been fighting ALS. Steve McMichael. He was actually a football player. Won titles with the NFL Bears, and then in the '90s he became a wrestler. And guy was a maniac in real life, and he had just a rotation of chicks, you know. And they would say, "Is that your girlfriend?" And he would say, "No, it's just another scholarship."
Another scholarship.
He would pay their fucking
That's sick.
tuition. He would pay 4 or 5 chicks tuitions a year, and he'd call it the Mongo Scholarship, and they'd come to football games and fuck them.
That's so fucking wild. That's pimp, though. It's like you're helping them, I guess, right?
I see zero
Helping
problem
you?
with that. I'll never see a problem with prostitution. It's legal to sell things. It's legal to fuck. Why is it illegal to sell fucking? What am I missing?
Well, I'm saying, and you could pay somebody to give you a back rub. You know what I mean?
Bro, you go to the army and you shoot someone, they give you a goddamn medal.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
go to the
everything
massage
else
parlor
that
and
you
give
can
an
get done
orgasm
to
and you go
you.
to jail?
Yeah, right?
Come on.
It's just,
Like a
you know,
load
the
of
whole
fucking
reason. It's
crap.
because they want to be able to fucking, you know, there's no tax revenue,
Well, yeah, exactly.
right?
Exactly.
When you're paying someone cash or you're paying them in fucking crack.
Well, and there's also that imaginary morality that, you know, as we've all seen, if you're ever looking to find out, like, who's violating the thing, just look to who's in charge of oversight for that thing, you know?
Yo, and
Like
I
they had
love,
the
too,
guy
that, like,
They would have the Boy Scout
it's
guy who was in
legal when
charge
you-
of watching out for the ones that fuck kids, and it was like, that guy's the one who's been fucking the kids. It's like, of course he has.
yeah, it's always that.
Who else
right?
wants that
But what I
job?
always found,
Who else wants that job,
what I-
Dom?
yeah. Yeah, for real, right? But the Boy Scout fucking jamboree.
But not even that. He's not
for
even the
the-
Boy Scout guy. He's the guy in charge of investigating like Boy Scouts getting molested.
Ugh.
Who wants that job?
Yeah.
Unless you want no oversight for when you molest kids. It's the only reason you
Yeah.
want that job.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking creepy, bro. But like, think about it too, right? Like, you can't fucking prostitution's illegal, right? But you put a camera on, and then like it's fucking porn, and it's okay.
Right.
You know, it's like it's fucking bizarre, right? Like, if other people watch it, it's okay, but if you do it in your own home, I guess it's not, right? It's so weird, the lines, man. It's like, you know, they try to do one thing right, and then just you fast forward 100 years, and it's fucking just a mess. You know.
Since I've been keeping track, granted, I'm not, you know, I mean, I'm old, but I'm not like old. But since I've been keeping track, what I find is typically you have one group that is so in favor of the wealthy and is controlled by the wealthy that, like, all they really do is conjure up slogans to make it like that's not what they're doing. Right? And
Yeah.
then the other group, because that group is so fucking good at that, the other group has to scramble to just keep it status quo, which makes everyone hate them too, because it's like nothing's getting better.
Yeah, they're just like defending each other, or one of them's like attacking the other one, the other one's defending.
And look, I don't care. What do I have? 0 fans? So let me fucking go to -2 with this one, right? Who gives a shit? I'm talking about Republicans as the ones that like the anti-abortion stuff. Like, dude, stop. I'm sorry. And I'm not getting into their money policies, but I'm saying stuff that like you're fucking the citizens by saying that. If these other side, all they can do is waste their time arguing that, we're never getting anywhere.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Because they can't come up with a goddamn idea. They have to stop you from stripping women of the right to their uteruses.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't see that in my bingo card this year. I thought inflation was a problem.
Yeah.
And apparently, no, it's not. It's fucking the rampant abortions that apparently are happening somewhere that you or I have never been.
And here's your
But-
your $14 egg sandwich.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right. It's like, and it's like, I'm not even saying abortions are good. Be against them, but they don't have to be illegal for you to not have one. It's not like they're making people have abortions.
Yeah,
So you could just not have one.
I know.
It's problem solved. You're against it. I could tell you're against it because you've never had one.
Okay, done. Conversation.
Well,
fucking over.
certainly you should try something before you say you don't like it.
I mean, I was well up for it. I was just about to buy 5 or 6 of them, you know?
I was just watching that Ali G episode with Reese last night.
Yeah, man.
It's just
But this
the best.
Pusha album, and I a couple other things I want to mention on here.
Shoot.
That song, "It Doesn't Matter," which has French Montana on the hook.
Yeah, which I love that hook.
So it's funny because I know French originally because Max B kind of like started rocking with him, right?
I even have a note. It sounds very Max B-ish.
He learned a lot from Max, and Max was already in jail when this happened. So you'd be hard pressed. You could find a line or two he said when he was with Max that was like, "Oh, that was cool," and his hooks are decent. But Montana's got no fucking verses that you'll.
Yeah, he's not.
I've
He's
never
not
heard
like
of
a
those.
fucking super good lyricist in a sense.
He's not even a good
Yeah.
lyricist. He's very generic.
But what's he? He's good at capturing vibe though, right? He's got to be though because
Yeah, and he
I
was a
even
legit
heard-
street dude.
Yeah.
He got shot a bunch of times.
Big yay dealer.
He was a battle rapper. Like he had enough of a history being outside, which counts for something.
Yeah.
You know. And you get a cosign from Max B. I mean, I ain't gonna fucking hurt.
Well, it seems like it's the energy that you have to have.
Well,
you know,
but what I thought was funny is, and this is what I say about some of the things Pusha does that are genius that people don't realize unless you're like a student of it like that, where you go like, I get that. French can lay a hook, you know, but French also thinks he can rap. He can't, but he thinks he can.
Is that why he didn't
He
rap
puts
on
albums
this?
out. I don't know that he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he laid a verse.
as I heard Pusha in it.
Pusha was not putting that motherfucking verse on there. I'll tell you that much.
I heard Pusha say they got 4 hooks from him, and then they picked this one. So
Yeah, which I bet you was Push's way of pretending he didn't know that was a verse and a hook. Because what's 4 times 4, right? 16. Exactly. There you go.
oh wow, that would be
So,
fucking. That would have been interesting.
I would almost
huh?
put money on it. I would almost put money on it. But
Yeah, it definitely fit.
He did so much of that on this tape with putting new artists in spots where they're on Pusha T songs.
Yeah, like
Not
with Gates.
he's on their songs.
Yeah.
He's not on a Kevin Gates song. Kevin Gates is on a Pusha T song.
Yeah.
And I want to point out how doubly skilled he is and how hard that is, because this, as we said from the beginning, was his first real frame of what a Pusha T song even is.
Yeah.
So how strong and was his content and vibe and presentation that younger artists up and coming were able to immediately know what to do on a Pusha T song.
I gotta say, I bet you he
How
learned
fucking good is he?
a lot from working with Pharrell and Kanye. You
And his
know?
brother and the whole crew.
Yeah,
But
he
again,
learned a lot.
But again, think of this. This is what I'm saying. Is like, let's say you and I do 3 albums, and they go all 3 of them, one after another. Boom! Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay. Now, do you think it would be fair for people to expect a Domoncello Prezi album if it was Domoncello and someone else? It's not fair to expect that.
Well,
Even
yeah.
if it's good, it's going to be something else.
Of course.
So even all that equity with Clipse and Pharrell, it meant nothing because he's got none of that on here, and he's got a Kanye album next.
Yeah.
So like, he might have learned a lot, but he had to really learn.
he had to also
himself.
apply it. Yeah.
He had to learn. We had to learn himself.
Yeah.
Because if he went in with the Clipse Pharrell formula, it would have bricked.
Yeah, if it wasn't like he didn't pull the pieces out that correlated to how he's trying
You're
to do
missing
it.
half of the group. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's very. I
And
mean,
so for him to have identified an entire different approach and sound without changing the content, which is even crazier, it's like I said, I love this when it came out, but over time, it has only grew on me on the artistic merit side. Like this is like God tier fucking mixtape music. Like this is you're not going to get much better from an artist. There's DJs that can do stuff that rivals this as far as how cool it sounds. But
Yeah.
as far as an artist being able to change the trajectory of their career, change the perception of their skill set, what they're capable of, I've never seen anything even close to this.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, like, the 2 tracks from my perspective, right? And again, like, I haven't been listening to Pusha T since the Clipse and so forth, right? So I don't know if everybody would share this, but like Millions, Drug Dealer Anonymous, those 2 tracks are like Pusha T to me. Like, that's my definition of him. And the fact that it came out on this, which is before he puts out his solo album again.
Well, Drug Dealer's not on here.
No, I know, but Millions is. But saying that he was already able to have that sound that when I hear that, I go, that's Pusha T. Defined, on the second track of the first
started it on here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is.
I couldn't agree more. And what's even funny, I'll do this as a little bit of an epilogue, is that I kind of always have a little bit of a laugh about this part, is that like the album that he's talking about, My Name Is My Name, that came out after this.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what I told you about the Jadakiss mixtape and album? How like the mixtape just blew the album out of the fucking water. Bro, even now, My Name is good. Has some elite moments. It's not even close to as good end to end as this mixtape. It's not.
Yeah.
I would need someone a lot more smart than me to explain to me how I'm wrong in saying that.
And it's wild
like,
too.
I've heard like the mainstream radio fans say, yeah, because they never heard this. But like anyone who heard this, like heard it, like played multiple times and played My Name Is My Name. My Name Is My Name sounds like a commercial for this album.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's the other way around, actually,
Right, exactly. And do you see why this happened right as the indie scene was picking up steam? And you could see how the reaction to this, the legacy of this, served such a fucking huge like cornerstone for that scene continuing to bubble, that indie scene. That, okay, I did this as a mixtape for free, but I could have cleared half of those samples at least and sold it myself. And if I could do, with website and market, I got this money that I have, these companies. Fuck it. If I can put 200,000 fucking copies, I don't need to go platinum.
Yeah. It's definitely, it's like whenever you got the right artist, the mixtape seems to be sometimes, most of the time, their best work, because there's none of those constraints, all of that shit. Yeah.
Then you have Take My Life, another reggae fucking hook.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Roadrunner is the one with Troy Ave, which I really like his hook on there.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually pretty fire.
I don't mean to be a bother. I'm just praying you protect me on this road. It's like a very good. For I don't know if you picked it up, but Troy Ave was at the time being billed very much as the next 50 Cent. Like he had that sing-songy kind of hook.
Oh, I even put note here that this has reminded me of even Max B. There was some part of the hook that he was hitting that had a Max B vibe.
Yeah,
where like with the out of tune component, not too much past
he was
that.
He was more directly influenced by 50, but
yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, 50 is not as good as Max with hooks anyway. So
yeah, no, Max in my opinion is just like I love those hooks. They're just fucking they're greasy.
Yeah, man. And I was so happy you read that article that shit time where it was like where it explained how like the layers and the distortion, where it was like it's not technically good, but it's like, you know how good you have to be to make that sound good? Like, there's different ways things can be good. Like people don't get that. It's like the biggest problem I have with digital is that it's made it that this is how it's good. And it's like, maybe, but also this could be good. Like it doesn't have to be an algorithm. Like it could just be good.
Yeah.
And like Max B is like the last relic of that. It is not good singing at all.
Yeah.
But it's like the best singing ever.
But it's like, like the way alchemists explain it with, all different elements of food, right? Like individually, it might not be good, but when it's all put together, it's a fucking, it creates a dish, And his shit, you kind of, you mix it all together and you got this Max B dish that's fucking incredible. But like the individual components, he's not the best singer, right? But I mean, all the other things, he's good at writing for Max B, and he makes fucking killer hooks. And it's got that sound that's just like a little fucking off to the side. That's fucking
similar. Max and Push, which again I've put them as a dream collabo 100 different times. As much as I love everything on Alchemist, I actually would like to hear them on Madlib is actually who I would like to hear those two.
Okay. Yeah, that could be good.
Because he's got a little more bounce, like a little more of a like a quick bounce shake, almost like a Baltimore feel to it, as opposed to the down south, which would be more what Push and Max would probably connect on.
Okay.
Madlib's a little more soulful. Freddie Gibbs is on a lot of Madlib stuff. So think of like some of the stuff Gibbs has been on, and you could hear kind of.
Yeah.
But anyway,
most of my favorite Gibbs ones are the fucking Alchemist ones, though.
I mean, Alchemist. We agree.
That's just my
He's the greatest
sound,
of all
man. I
time.
love that.
He's the best of all time.
Yeah.
Diversity is just untouchable. Consistency is untouchable. He's the best.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I with Push, I feel like with him coming out, this next thing is going to be a mixtape with DJ Drama, and I think now would be the time for him to go. He did full-length projects that won Grammys with Kanye and with Pharrell, right? I think Push needs to go on a spree of like 5
new producers,
small EPs with new producers in whole different sound. I'm talking borderline house music, one of them. I'm talking like dirty, like hardcore house music. I'm talking.
Oh, didn't Push do that one with Skrillex?
I'm talking a funk band. One of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would be sick.
He needs to do that.
Because
I don't want him to
diverse
change
enough.
up the content.
Yeah.
I want him to keep the content. Mm-hmm. But let's try some different vibes with it.
Yeah. Because he's the kind of...
He better hip-hop beats than Kanye and Pharrell, bro.
Yeah. He can fit over anything. I mean, he was on that Skrillex track, right?
I love that song.
Yeah, and that shit was hard. And he made it work, It's like, as long as he just
song
keeps...
that he was on, I love Maho's They Do Drugs with King Louie.
That's a good one. Yeah.
But then the trap becomes, you have to be careful if you're coming out of your lane and he's an older artist, right? In a young man's game. And he's managed to walk that fence really well. But there is always that danger that you don't want to jump that shark and go too, well, you're 53 on a 16-year-old song about a girl. What's going on? You got to be careful. He hasn't done it, but you got to be careful.
Yeah.
How do you avoid that? It's take a page out of the Nas book as you go deeper into your bag, right? And it's like, so I don't think you go deeper in the bag as far as rewriting the content. Like, you have a good formula there, I think, because Nas has more variety. So Nas can stick to similar beats. He can expand the content.
Yeah. I mean, Push could expand it into the maturing from what he came through to who he is today. There's a lot of...
I don't think he will, because he didn't build his career that way. Nas built his career doing that.
Yeah.
Talking about all these things. It's like Eminem, why Eminem still makes these ridiculous songs. Because that's what made him Eminem. He's not gonna give it up. Better or for worse.
Yeah.
It's why I'm convinced, no one will ever tell me, that's why there's not an Alchemist Eminem album. I was like, I don't want to fucking make that album.
Well, I mean, out of anybody,
like a chihuahua,
like
fucking Vicodin.
And then you can't say that they didn't talk. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. He's a tour DJ.
Yeah. So it was a conscious decision not to work together.
And Alchemist has done EPs with everybody. You don't think
everybody?
But I think it would be cool if Push was to go, I'm going to do this mixtape with Drama, touch on all different sounds for that. And then, you know what? Next one's gonna be with DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia. Oh wow, okay. Next one's gonna be fucking Madlib 4 songs. Next one's gonna be 38 Special from Buffalo.
Ooh.
You know what? Like you're telling me that you wouldn't stay, and then you saw
Does Hit Boy ever work with other people outside of Nas?
Yeah, he started off with Beyonce and shit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he's a good sound. I like his sound
Worked
too.
with Freddie Gibbs. He worked with a lot of people. He's big. The only thing I don't like about Hit Boy is that Hit Boy, he needs certain people like him and Nas are a good fit, obviously, and he's really good, Hit Boy. But I don't think he's the person I would want as a dream producer for a lot of people. Like, there's other
He's got a very
producers.
yeah.
Other producers fit artists better, like in my opinion. But push over the hardest artists of different regions production is what I would like to hear for about a year straight, and then sell the fucking vinyl deluxe version, $200, fucking all of them together. You know,
That's a sick idea. I like that.
that's what I would like to hear him do. You know, but yeah, man, this was a great conversation. I love talking about this album. You know, I would say for people listening to it, it's cool when we go song by song and details and everything, and you get info that way. But as far as if you want to know what ones we really, really love, it's when we just talk about the album itself for an hour.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even have to get. I'll let you enjoy the details because they're all there, plenty, and
it's really the
clear.
context that's the important thing. The stuff we're talking about. You know, it's like what led up to it, what was happening afterwards.
Yeah, I don't want to. If I look, there's times where pointing out certain lyrics helps, or note about the production helps, but to give context. But you're right, it's context. Otherwise, these things exist in a vacuum, and there's no the moments that was a big part of it.
Yeah, like what makes
gone.
it great is all the things around it that led to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What made this great is that people were going, is Pusha T a solo artist? Which now is a ridiculous. This guy's won Grammy and Album of the Year award 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous thing to say. But 10 years ago, that was not a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah,
It
and
was
it wasn't
real
very
thing.
well. It wasn't very defined either. Like that was going to definitely happen. You know?
Facts. So I mean, you know, Dom, if you could put Pusha T with one rapper, who would it be? For just a song, one song.
All right, let me think for a second. Pusha T with a rapper. It would have, for me, I like to hear somebody that was almost kind of opposite of him, where it was like more gritty, right? Kind of like, let me think for a second. You know, I would like to like Stove God. I feel like they come out of the same fucking apartment. Right?
Yeah, I would love to hear that. And you know what? 38 Special could fucking produce that.
Yeah, right? Because, I mean, they're both Coke boys, right? So, I mean, and they sound different, you know?
Yeah.
That could be an interesting
I think
one.
that's actually a fucking great idea.
Yeah, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really
Because that's
good
the
one.
only other person whose lyrics, like, there's parts of it that could remind me of Pusha T in a sense. Not remind me of him, but the content, you know? Like, they could be definitely on the, you know, they're cooking out of the same Pyrex, you know what I mean?
I think also Stove's melodies would allow Pusha's slicing to sound more slicing.
Yeah, and he'd be on, like, the beats that Stove got is on, at least on that first album, is different than
We're going to have to talk off air, by the way, about all the drama going on with that.
Oh, yeah? I don't even know if I'm that privy to it.
Big fucking drama. You may as well. I'm thinking about actually going and buying that first album as like 2 copies of it. One is a keepsake because I don't think we're getting another.
Really?
lawsuit.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. And that, in my opinion, that's a perfect album. That's a fucking perfect.
Yeah,
album,
that was a good one.
you know. So now the question becomes for Mr. Stove if he can do that without Rock. And I got to tell you, the stuff I've heard since, I don't know that he can do that.
Mr. Rock.
Marciano is. I should really say that at the end of every episode, just to reinforce it. In case no, Rock Marciano is the most influential artist, production and rap, in New York in the last 20 years, without fucking question. The only people who don't know that are
Jay.
like loser marks who don't listen to the music like that. But if you ask anyone from Jay-Z to Busta Rhymes,
Yeah.
to anyone who like buys music and like knows what's going on, that's a fact. That's not like my opinion. Griselda doesn't exist without Rock.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm a huge Griselda fan, but I will tell you, you can listen to Griselda tapes from 2012 before Marcy had hit their eardrums, and they were on fucking trap beats.
Well, I mean, his fucking path derived all of that. I think it helped. I mean, and I'm not sure, but like with Alchemist's sound, them working
Alchemist
together,
said as much.
they've.
Alchemist said the reason he couldn't wait to do Elephant Man Bones is because he's like, I've been producing since forever. Never has someone else's work impacted and influenced my work as much as Marcy did.
Bet. So that makes sense then. I was having that feeling.
He's like, I've been waiting to give this album to him because of like, I feel like, you know, like it's an honor for me to do this, like, you know. And
it was those two jive perfect.
Why do you think people fuck with Alchemist?
Yeah,
because he doesn't go, no, I invented it.
Yeah. No, he's. I mean, look, it seems to boil down the longevity aspect. It's like you got to be real, you got to be you got to be, you know, trying to do something that's defined, clear path that you're moving towards, you know, and
you have to be able to do what you're doing before someone tells you it's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta believe it,
and also after they tell you it's a bad idea, you have to still be able to do it.
Yeah, you have to believe it. You know, you have to fully.
Those are the two main criteria.
Mm-hmm.
You have to start it before anyone says you should, and when they say you should stop, you have to ignore that also.
Yeah,
if you could do those two things, you'll be fine.
Yeah, and that's just being true to yourself.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you, who doesn't write music or have a clue what I'm doing, should be the one to decide what I do. Yeah. That's when you go, just quit. Just fucking quit.
That's for sure. So, yeah, man, Pusha, fucking great album. I always love listening to this one. You know, out of everything we listen to, obviously we're picking out the best. So it's like shit that I can.
11 songs, keep in mind. 11 songs.
Yeah.
Half short, twice strong. All you fucking rappers out here with your fucking 48 track mixtapes that have different fucking levels. They're not mastered. They're not finished. The songs suck half of them.
Yeah, this is clean production, everything.
Do yourself a favor, man. Do a fucking cutting room floor project. Do it separate. If you're going to put a fucking body of work out, make it sound like a goddamn body of work. I'm not saying it's got to be 11 songs. It could be fucking 40 songs. But goddamn, make sure those 40 songs go together. Because Pusha T, you know what? If you don't like this project, I would go as far as say then you probably don't like even one song on this project. Because this fucking thing, it goes together.
Yeah.
I can't see liking one song and not the rest of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, it's fucking, and the features he picked were all perfect flavors to like diversify it, but yet the sound was very similar at the essence of it. You know what I mean?
And again,
it was good.
Do you see why I love Ross? Why I've grown to love Rick Ross, by the way?
Yeah, Ross is just slick.
Finger fuck a Ferrari south of France early morning. Did drugs with Donatella.
Turning it on
Did drugs with Donatella Versace.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking, and that's like just the first 10 words, right?
It's like,
I like the finger fuck as he's doing the start button, right? Yeah,
and it's the alliteration. Finger fuck a Ferrari south of France. It's an alliteration.
Oh, in the south of France, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Used to, no, because he says, used to fiddle my finger till I found me a fortune. It's all F's, that whole fucking 2 bars. Used to fiddle my finger till I found me a fortune. Finger fuck a Ferrari south of France early morning.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's like, it sounds simple, but there's mad layers. It's like mad intelligent, you know?
That's what I'm saying. It's actually something I heard from a fashion designer myself years ago. It was simplicity is the point. It's the point. Elegance is the point of simplicity.
Okay.
And it's why Biggie is still looked at by most people as the greatest. He didn't say the most words fast. It's that
maximum
you heard
impact.
Everything he said, and it left an impact.
Yeah.
And he twisted words around sometimes in a way that was weird to make you really hear it.
Remarkable.
like so many of them.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like I'm trying to think, but when he would do that, like
Bro, when I was
like,
young, going to the club and shit, like I remember the whole club would fucking be rapping it. You know what I mean? Like everybody knew the words. You know, and then nowadays, you know what I'm talking about.
it's funny, like the stuff we do, like you and I do. Like I had one style for a long time when I was younger, and then I got in a car accident, and I had to relearn how to breathe and how to walk, and it forced me to realize I can't rap certain things I was writing like anymore. Like I can't do that, right?
Yeah, and present it clean.
It just wouldn't come out right. But I also never loved the way I rapped either. And 95 Woo was the first song that we did that I went, this is going to be better than what it was. Like, this is not a problem that I have to do it this way. This is going to be way better.
Yeah.
Because I could say, and people who hear this, if they haven't heard that song, again, losers. 95 Woo by Prezi. Grow up.
Yeah, shit's fucking hard.
But I can tell you, listening to it or rapping it a cappella or on a different beat, it's a fucking masterpiece as far as high impact words. Not a syllable is wasted in that song.
Yeah, you shoot the messenger line is
verse.
fucking retarded.
It sounds like a whole song.
Yeah.
Everyone says it's one verse.
Yeah. No, it's one of my favorite tracks that we did, you know?
And it's like, if you can leave that impact on one verse, it doesn't matter if everyone goes, it's a hit. You know, as the artist, I did my job.
Yep.
That's done. And it's up to the audience to figure it out now. Like, my job isn't their job.
Yeah.
You know? I always feel bad for artists, especially younger than me. I find it, but even ones that are still like around our age, because I think they get a little more desperate. Like, they're not. I think when you cling to the identity as like a rapper, like I rap, so and I'm not ashamed to say I'm a rapper, but like I don't. I do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if people think I suck at rap. It's like, I ask your girlfriend if she thinks I suck at having sex. You know, like I'm not really worried about what rap. Like it's one thing. But anyway, my point is to say, like, these people who, while they're creating, will be concerned about how it's going to be received.
Yeah.
Like, would you enjoy that? Like, I'd want to leave the second that came into my head that I was thinking. I'd be like, I got.
Because then you're second guessing everything you're doing.
And how much? How can you know what everyone likes?
And first off, I wouldn't want everybody to like anything.
But how can you even imagine what a lot of people? How can you know if you don't even know what you like yet? You didn't even make a song you liked yet. How are you going to go like, this is what everyone wants to hear? Like, I'd be like, the second that was like, I'm going home.
Yeah. Well, and that's because you're not you're making it for the wrong reasons at that point. You know.
All right, I'll come back when I like something.
For real. Well, you don't got to worry about any of that shit on this Pusha T mixtape. That's for sure.
No, this Pusha T, it took him, into my opinion, Daytona to eclipse this. He matched it with Darkest Before Dawn, which ironically, after My Name Was My Name, the album, I don't want to say flopped, but it flopped. He went back to the hardcore drawing board with Darkest Before Dawn. And that was close to this, to this mixtape. I thought it was almost too dark. I didn't think it was as enjoyable as this one.
I got to check that one out.
But then by the time you got to Daytona, it was like, I remember calling you. It's the only time I've ever said this to you since we've been working, where I called you right after I heard it. I go, it's a perfect album.
Yeah, I remember.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell it's short enough that you would have noticed something off by now.
Yep.
And like, it's short enough that you can have that much variety without the content getting redundant because of the sounds. And it was just like, it's going to be hard for him to beat this. And he won Album of the Year for it, which was, like I said, I called that the second I heard it. Like, that's as good as a rap album as you can make. And even the one that he came out this year, It's almost dry. It's good. It's very good. It's enjoyable. But is it perfect?
I don't know.
You already did Daytona. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
there is that. Like, it's good.
It's got to evolve,
good.
you know?
There's a little too much Kanye on it. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I didn't like Kanye rapping on it too much.
Yeah.
That was enough.
I
Like,
could
because
see
the other
that.
one was perfect, right? The other one was perfect. Like, if it was, if the other album was only okay, the Kanye rapping on this one wouldn't.
Yeah,
really
but if it's
register.
perfect, you don't add Kanye rapping to make
You
it
don't
better.
add Kanye
Yeah.
raps to make it better. You know, you might have had a 9.5, and then you add Kanye, it's now 9.3. You're not going to get it to a 9.8 by adding Kanye.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you do is you put out the mixtape version with Kanye on it. Then on the album, you take Kanye's verse off, and you get a 10.0. That's what you do.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's what we should do. That's what we're going to do, Dom. We're going to do, I'm giving this secret away. You guys fucking run with this if you want. Me and Dom, we're going to put together a high-budget album, a lot of features from mainstream artists that are popular. Not ones I like, popular. And we'll put that out as the mixtape. And then people will go, oh, beats are pretty good, and Powers does his thing. It's just, why is this guy on here, you know? Why is Lil Xanax on here and shit, right?
Little Xanax.
And then we go, are you ready for the album of the year? And it's that album just minus all the features.
There you go.
Not new features. Just minus them.
All right, write that down.
It's a 22-minute album. You know?
Yeah.
Flawless. There's not one bad verse on there.
You heard it here first.
How do you know there's not one bad verse? 'Cause I heard it when they had bad verses on there.
There you go, right?
It's a mixtape. So, but dude, this has been a hell of a conversation. I've had a great time talking about this with you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Is there any other questions you had about this? Because I know you like this project, so I feel like
the only other one interesting
with this one.
The only other interesting fact I thought was worth bringing up, I heard Pusha say something interesting about the title. So somebody asked him, like, what does this title mean to you, right? And the obvious, relation to the street life and so forth, but he also stated that, and this was on a Fuse interview, that he came to the realization that Big Daddy Caine was better than Rakim based on his Wrath of Caine track or record. And that was the deal breaker. And he said that also had
That's pretty
meaning
cool.
in that name. And I thought that was interesting,
That's an interesting rationale that I had not ever heard, actually.
Yeah.
I knew there was the movie references, and I knew there was the Wrath of Caine song, obviously, by Big Daddy Caine. I know the song. But I didn't know that he cited it as that.
Yeah, I'll send you the link later. It was interesting. We'll put it in the description too, if we remember.
Like I said, being Bronx guys that then were in Virginia, their pedigree, if there's such a thing for, how you come up in the game and everything, like they were. Because they were older cats. Like, they were around, for the late 80s, for the Juice Crew era. They were around for that
yeah.
shit. Like,
and he was even
it's
saying
not
Virginia didn't have their scene yet, so they were piggybacking off of New York as it was.
100%. And the South didn't really have the scene like that either, to be honest. I mean, that's not true. The South is where New York is trying to be now, in the sense of the South supported each other independently before any major labels did. So, like, you had legends in the South in the 80s that, like, nobody in New York ever heard of.
Yeah.
But those guys, to this day, can tour. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
wild,
Like,
right? Yeah, they have a fan base.
they own everything. They own their own shit.
Yep. It's the way to go, man.
Like I said, if you're a fame whore or like validation hungry from externally, then major label, that's the way to go. But if you like creating and being left the fuck alone and trust that you'll continue to develop your skills, there's nothing other than independent that you should be considering doing.
Yeah.
Own your shit and work. That's it. Partner up with someone. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But the idea that you would give someone power of decision or power of authority to release things or not release things, or to own and license your likeness out to places that you don't agree with, just work a day job, dude.
Yeah, because you got to be like, if you haven't worked toward it independently in the last couple of months, you're not doing anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He who giveth can take it away.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what I said. I'm like, Dom, I remember saying it to you at first, and I mean, you're my boy. It was so funny. I remember the time I was like, it's going to be a couple of years before we make money, you know? And you're like, yeah, what do you think? Like a year or so? And I was like, no, definitely more than that. And you're like, oh, like 2. And I was like, maybe a little more than that. But to your credit, that was the only time you ever fucking asked that.
Yeah, because I didn't really care. You know what I mean? Like, to me, I want to make the music.
You understood once we started that it's not about that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's a side effect that comes with it.
Yeah, it's like if we build an amusement park, right? It might take 10 years to build it, but people are going to probably fucking show up.
If we made $50 million last year,
We wouldn't
we'd
be doing
miserable
anything
right
now. Yeah.
We'd be miserable right
Yeah,
now.
we wouldn't be having fun.
We know
with it
that.
already.
We both would be miserable right now.
Yep.